Is your baby refusing to take the bottle no matter what you try? Here are some gentle ways to help them take it. Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy Silva, mom and pediatrician in Wesley Chapel, Florida. First of all, this is for moms who have decided to either not breastfeed or supplement with a bottle. So if you're a breastfeeding mom, at some point you do dry up and you will need to revert to a bottle, but this is not going to be for you at the beginning. First tip, watch the nipple flow rate. Nipples actually are different in number. They start from 0 and typically go all the way to 4. Flow is a very high flow rate. 0 or 1 is very, very small, and typically for newborns. But you don't want to give a newborn a 4. They could just feel like they're drowning. You do want to give them the 0 or the 1. However, very quickly, typically by the first month, you'll notice that that baby is starting to have a hard time and just refuse with the bottle. Like they start latching and then they start crying and stop. And the first thing you got to think of is, wait a minute, is there too small of an amount coming out? So at that point, you're either going to go from 0 to 1 or from 1 to 2. And watch for it, like I said, at that first month mark. Next tip. If you're a breastfeeding mom, guess what? Baby doesn't want you to give him or her a bottle. Baby wants you to give him or her your breast milk, and they want to bond with you. So very often, we will encourage moms to get someone else, whether it's their partner or their friend or their family member, someone to actually feed the bottle. Sometimes the baby will go nuts as long as they can smell you in the house. So I'll actually tell moms, this is the mommy time, the me time break. Take a walk outside the house, sit in the car for 15 minutes, do something where you're away from the baby. Sometimes that training takes a couple of times, and it can be very frustrating if you're in the house, on the other side of the house, hearing the baby crying for you. And you obviously can fix it. But depending on what your needs are, and if you're going to give that bottle, like I said, what if you finally are at the point where you can no longer breastfeed? That baby has to have formula. That baby needs to grow. So just keep in mind that sometimes mom is not the best one to give that bottle. Sometimes mom has to either leave to another part of the home or even leave the house. Last tip, and probably the most important one of all, is when you are bottle feeding your baby, make sure to not feed your baby when your baby is starving. Starving babies, whether they're breastfed or bottle fed, are the worst ones to feed. They are so hungry. It doesn't matter if it's in their mouth. They will refuse. So you want to watch for those cues, those hunger cues, whether they're sleeping and they're lip smacking, where they tend to move their head from side to side. Things like that, that's when you know, I'm going to go ahead and get the baby before the baby starts screaming and crying and get into that point of starvation and then refusing the bottle or refusing the breast. I hope you found this helpful. I've also created some free guides. Mindful Mom 101, there's Fever Tips 101, along with some others. You can click on the comment below, or go to my website, drsilvakids.com, go to the shop, and you'll find some free guides, and you'll find some trainings there as well. There's more to come. Until the next time, be kind to yourself, and bye-bye.